Hello, my name's John. This is another conversion video, and you're watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello, and welcome back to another conversion video. I've had an idea from finishing one of my other videos. You may have already seen my Genestealer hybrid Ork conversion. I'll leave a link in the description for that video. But I kind of had a thought. If I'm making a Ork Genestealer Cult, then I need to have a Patriarch. So I had a rummage around in my bits box, and I found the partial model of a Broodlord from Space Hulk. I've already put the bottom half together of this Genestealer, and a few other bits and pieces, some sprues and things. And I don't know if this is going to work, this idea, but I'm going to do a real-time conversion video and work my way through this idea. Probably not going to finish the model in this video, but I'll get a bit of an idea of if it's going in the right direction. So, first things first, I've got this Broodlord and this Genestealer. Obviously they're different sizes, but what I want to do is use the legs from this Genestealer, then the lower half of the body, and the top half of this Broodlord. Now my thoughts are, this Patriarch isn't going to be as old as other ones that you see in Genestealer cults. It's going to be quite a new cult. It's a different kind of cult because of the way that the Orks have a breeding cycle. If you want me to do a video on the way Orks are created, please drop a comment. I'm happy to do that, from all of the different books and things that I've got, and the history from Gorka Morka, the second edition Ork Codex, all those kind of things. But as I said, I've already got this hybrid, and I now want to make a Patriarch. So I've got an idea, and I'm going to see if it works. So first things first, I need to make the body and the legs fit together. So what I want to do is trim this Genestealer off just at this point here to get a bit of an idea of how it's going to go together with the Broodlord body. Now it's a bit chunky, so I can't use my snips straight away, but I'm just going to see how easy it is to cut through. Not that easy, so let's work at it a little bit with the snips. There we go, first cut helps me get through that. So there we go, now I have this lower half of the Genestealer, and I'm going to glue it to this base straight away. So I'm not even going to waste time sticking it to the body yet. I just want to glue this to the base so I can have something good to work from. So there's a lot of glue on there now, so let's just whoop. Only a few minutes in and I've already dropped something. Okay, now I'm just going to push that there, and I'm going to let that start to go off. So while that's going off, let's have a look and see how I'm going to trim this body. Now, my idea with this Patriarch is it's not very old, so it's not going to have grown as much necessarily, but it's going to have started bulking out, and it's going to have absorbed some Orkish culture from the cult that it's developing. Okay, first things first, I'm going to snip this leg off. Make it a little bit easier. There we go. And where was I saying? Yeah, so it's going to have some Orkish culture. I want it to be walking along. I had inspiration from this image that I'll put up on the screen of an Ork Genestealer Cult. And let's activate the safety squint. Oh, that's okay. And what I'm looking for is a kind of a look of a wandering kind of patriarch. So wherever these orcs are found, okay, I'm going to trim it through there. Might have to do some green stuff on this at a later date, but for now I'm not going to worry too much. I just want to see if I can get the basic form in place. And if you like this video and you want to see more of the Ork Genestealer Cult, please put it in the comments. Okay, let's... Okay, so I've now got that upper torso there. Let's tidy that up somewhat. Okay. Now this might be too hunched over. Yeah, for the head, it's a little bit too much. But I can bring it up slightly by taking a bit of the legs off. I think that is a little bit too hunched round, but that will work just there like that. So I need to take it off just above the legs, taking off two of the kind of the spinal lumps. So start with one trim there. That one flew. Okay, so now looking at that, that's better. That's more what I'm looking for with this model. So I'm going to trim some of these parts. And if you've got any ideas for conversions for this army, please drop it in the comments. I'd really like to hear what ideas people have got. But yeah, like I said in the previous video, I've been coming up with this idea for quite some time, and it's only now that I've started to kind of go through all my bits boxes and trying to do a bit of a clear out, really, that some of these projects are now coming to fruition because I'm having those kind of inspirational ideas and things. Okay, so I put quite a lot of glue on then. Might need to grab some blue tack in a minute to hold this in place. Okay. Yes, I will need to grab some blue tack. Okay, let's make a bit of a blue tack tower. And then stick that to the front of the head. And just bring this down. Okay. For now, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put that aside to dry, and I'm going to bring these arms in. These are from some of the Tyranid warriors. Now you'll have seen I've used the bone sword on the previous model. What I want to do with these is clear off the bone swords and the hands, as well as the bits that are growing underneath the hands. So let's just work through each one and do that. Actually, let's not worry about the knife, let's just go straight for the snips. That was definitely a safety squint moment. Okay, let's be a little bit more careful while I do this. Actually, I reckon... No, don't, just bend it. Got to be careful with these, as I don't have many. Now, okay, that is a right arm and a left arm. So my idea with this is I've got another sprue here from the grot sprue, and I'm going to use some of the runt herder, some of the parts of that one, to start giving a bit of an orky look to this Patriarch. So there we have the arms. So the first thing that I want is this arm here holding the staff. Now what I'm looking to do is I want it to look like this Patriarch is walking along holding the staff with one arm, supporting itself with an arm on the opposite side, and then using the other two arms kind of like outstretched with some kind of psychic power going on, some Wa energy or something like that, with from the influence of its orc brood. So I'm using the orc hands and details of the wrists, so any bindings or things like that. Let's bring this body in. So I'm kind of looking for that to be sitting like that. Let's hold this up so you can see. So sitting like that, and the back hands are going to be the ones that are holding it. I've got a feeling this might be too short, but we'll have a look and see. Actually, no, it's not too bad, but I need to trim some of the arm off. So let's have a look. I kind of want to trim about that much off. So that's going to go on there. Let's tidy that up. There we go. Let's try and get that a little bit square. Okay. So yeah, while I'm gluing this together, if there's any other conversions that you're wanting to see or have a kind of an idea about any of the projects that I'm working on, please drop it in the comments. I like to interact with all you guys. I know I don't get tons and tons of watches, but I'm really happy with the few that I do get. Okay, so there is that arm at the moment. Yeah, that's gonna... okay. So that's that arm. Let's just leave that to dry. And I want to work on the one on this side. And I think it's not going to work how I was expecting it to. So it won't be supporting itself, because the arm I was looking at is, there we go, the one holding the Squig Hound, just because it's got this kind of armor plate on it. But I suppose I can still have it sitting there as a kind of a bashing hand. The other one I've got the option of using is the one with the whip in it, but I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see what this does, and if we can get anything out of this one to work. I mean, do I have it holding a Squig Hound? Would that be... right, so what I need to do, let's trim this off at the glove. And I might even have this Patriarch holding a Squig Hound. Or it might look a bit ridiculous and I won't bother. But we shall see. We shall see. As I said at the beginning, this is just an idea that I'm videoing at the same time as having it. So it might not work out at all. On the other hand, it might be a real success. And I don't need to do anything more to it. Or it's just a starting point. Now, part of me is thinking to replace that with a Ripper as a unusual pet for this Patriarch. But hey, thoughts in the comments, guys. I mean, oh, it's just a little bit too... I'm probably going to have to build the base up slightly. But you know what? I like this fist with the armor plates on, so I'm going to trim off the Squig Hound. Let's put that somewhere safe. And let's cut and tidy this up. Just really wait for the glue to dry on the arm before I start doing this, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, I am going to have to tidy that up a lot more at some point. But I like the idea of that kind of... Actually, that just at its side would work. Right. So I've now got those two arms done. The other arms are going to be pretty easy to do. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of the older Genestealer hands first. As with a lot of these, they're all from the bits box. So let's quickly cut that through. Right, hand wise, let's... I really should look at the camera as well. I'm not sure how much of this has been on the camera. So apologies if bits aren't on the camera. Make sure that these are the right way around. Okay, so I now have the four arms with the hands, then I have the other two arms. I'm going to take the blue tack off, and okay, that's stuck pretty well now. So let's get this in camera, sorry guys. Okay, let's glue this hand roughly in place. And the benefit of the plastic glue is if I do decide to change any of these, I can just trim them off. Whoop. Although a little bit of patience is never amiss. Oh, where'd that hand go? There it is. Sometimes the glue works really quick. Sometimes it doesn't. Whee! Okay, that's that one. I need to buy some more glue soon. I'm starting to run a bit low. There we go. Okay. So, now I've got everything done, I'm going to stick these to the body. And I'll start with the right hand side. And I'm going to start with probably the more awkward arm, which is the one holding what will become the staff. Try and work out the best way of holding all of this. I'm going to hold it just like that. Bring it out a little bit. Oh, it's come off from the hand. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Gonna put some blue tack on the base. And stick it into the blue tack for now. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now let's get some more glue on the other side. I'm going to have to go back to this and kind of sort out mould lines and stuff like that, but I want to try and... Oh, and the hand's coming off. Let's just try. Just push and hold that for now. Hopefully the glue's not capillaried onto my thumbs and screwed up the model. Nope, win. Nice. Oh, that was in the kind of position I wanted, so I'm going to have to hold that just for a little bit longer. Let's hope that glue doesn't... Okay. And I just hit it with my thumb. Fantastic. Great move. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to a lot of this and sort bits and pieces out. Let's now do this side. Yep, I am right at the bottom of this glue now. Okay, let's hold that for a little bit. Yeah, I like the idea of Genestealer cults for different factions. So this one, the Ork Genestealer Cult, but then possibly down the line, I could always try a Tau Genestealer Cult. Oops. Oh, that body... Oh. The body's come off. Okay, let's hold that in place. I've got a feeling after I've done this video I'm going to have to re-stick a lot of this, but we shall see. We shall see how it turns out. Like I said, at the moment this is all concept. If it works, I'll be very happy. If it doesn't work, hey ho, it's a learning experience. Alright, let's try and get this last arm in place. Well, I'm not sure about this last arm now. Yeah, I might have to do some editing on that later on. Okay, for now, so here's the concept. Yeah, the arms aren't really how I envisaged them. Might have to do a bit more work on this. But yeah, this is the first idea for the Genestealer Patriarch for my Ork Genestealer Cult. Any comments, please put them down below. Any ideas, put them down below as well. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Just a quick kind of working something out on video. See how it looks. I know I've got a lot of things to tweak on this, which I probably will do after the video, but before the next one when I put more details on this, if it kind of goes anywhere. But for now, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.